we're back with another episode of the Lakers Fast Break podcast. How you feeling now, everyone? It's Gerald Glassford coming right back at you here from the Lakers Fast Break Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcasts. On the latest Pop Culture Cosmos, right here for you. Uh-oh. There you go. What's going on? Right here. Absolutely. Hey, there you go, JSJ. Put Luca game winner in your title. That's we'll see. We'll see what we do on that. But it is, of course, Gerald Glassford. Thanks again for watching this. I truly appreciate you doing so. Pop Culture Cosmos is what I host, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcasts. All we talk about on this latest episode of the Pop Culture Cosmos, it's the multiverse, where we're talking PlayStation's changes, Project Helix is real, it's a go for Xbox, and we review WWE 2K26 right there for you at the latest Pop Culture Cosmos, wherever you get your podcast. And you guys get a chance to check it out on the Pop Culture Cosmos and the Lakers Fast Break YouTube channels as well. Want to also give you a heads up, for March Madness, we are doing an ESPN tournament challenge. I have posted it in the notes, the link that you can sign up today free of charge. Match your March Madness wits against everybody else in the LFB group right there for you, free of charge, right there, part of ESPN Tournaments Challenge. We have a Lakers Fast Break podcast group. The link is in the notes right there on the channel, and I'll go ahead and I'll add it on the description by the end of the show today, right here for you there, of course. But of course, Drip Show Shop is here at Drip Show Shop on Instagram, Twitter, and wherever you get your social media. Do you like Luca with the game winner right there? Right there he is. Kobe right there alongside of him. I've got the Kobe pillow right there. All of these things that you can go ahead and get today from my man at Trip Show Shop on Instagram, Twitter. And in the coming days, we will start a contest for one of these bad boys. That's right. An actual young Mamba created Trip Show skate deck could be yours if you're in the continental United States and you're also a follower of at Trip Show Shop, and also as well a subscriber to us right here at the Lakers Fast Break, courtesy of El Rosto, right here at, of course, the Lakers Fast Break podcast. So stay tuned for news on how you may be able to get one of those skate decks, those bad boy skate decks as well. Also want to make mention, of course, the guys from the Lakerholics, Lakerholics.com. They're happy guys right now. They were on earlier, so check out that show. And of course, I didn't bring you just one. I didn't bring you just two. I didn't bring you just three. I brought you 4 NBA observation shows this week with Caleb Ponce, legend, Matt John, and a returning Magic Man, Sean Grice. 4 great episodes of the NBA observations. You can catch that on this Lakers Fast Break YouTube channel as well. Well, the Lakers heading in tonight, it's kind of weird because I looked at my phone just before game time, and Google said Lakers versus Nuggets. Lakers, 46% chance of winning. So let me get this straight. Lakers, better overall record than the Nuggets. At home on a Saturday night, and they're the underdog going into this game. Well, that might have not sit well with some people out there. It certainly didn't sit well with the Lakers, because the first half, the Lakers led by as many as 17 with a very, very good first half. But the third quarter and the fourth, Denver got back into the game more to Nikola Jokic, started to come back, got his teammates involved, did more of those things that we don't like to see of the Denver Nuggets. And coming down the stretch, the Lakers were down by as many as 8 points, making mistakes, turnovers. I know that one in particular by Austin Reeves. It's like, oh, we had just gotten a turnover and we drew the ball right away back, and it went for a 3-pointer, which was, oh my gosh, I thought was going to be a backbreaker. But credit the Lakers for getting back into the game, and with a chance to go ahead and at the free throw line, Austin Reeves, he needed to go ahead and miss and somehow the Lakers would have to get the ball miraculously back with just a few seconds left in regulation. And guess what? By all crazy bounces off the rim intentionally, he threw the ball, he missed the shot intentionally. It ricocheted over the heads of DeAndre Ayton and excuse me, Nikola Jokic, who were boxing each other out, went straight into a running over Austin Reeves, who hit the shot that sent it into overtime. And the Lakers went back and forth with Denver in the overtime. Who would win? Nail biting time once again for us Lakers fans. And guess what? The Lakers pulled it out because your man, Joe, wanted the ball in the final seconds to go to the guy that actually, I think also as well, it was Ruff. I think it was Ruff that might have said that the guy that the team knows that they need to go ahead and get to in the clutch, and that was Luka Doncic. And for all the things that have been said, like 2 weeks ago, so many people were getting on the Luka hate train, and we say, guys, this is his team getting going forward. Get used to it. Well, get used to it because again, a superstar performer performed when it mattered the most. Luka hit the clutch shot with half a second left, and the Los Angeles Lakers, they get away with the victory. They get the W out there. It's just a fantastic game on Saturday night. Exactly what the NBA needs. 127 to 125 in overtime. You guys are ecstatic right now. Pinty in Germany says, what a win. Let's go, Lakers. Austin and Luca. Yes. Intel Wild. Very nice. Third place, baby. Absolutely. Because we do solidify our third place standing right there in the Western Conference. With the win, the Lakers are now 42 and 25. They're still a half game in front of the Houston Rockets, and now a full game and a half in front of the Denver Nuggets, and a game in front of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and now 3 games ahead of the Phoenix Suns in the Western Conference. Is there time and chance for the Lakers to take a deep breath? No, no, no. Because guess where we're going to next? We're going to Houston for not 1, but 2 games in Houston coming up this week. In fact, the schedule upcoming will not be very friendly for the Lakers. 2 Houston games at Miami, at Orlando, at Detroit, and at Indiana. We've been talking about this, if you remember our conversations in the past, about this road trip being a gut check to see where the Lakers stand. So they head out now on a very, very tough 6-game road trip, and we will see exactly what the Lakers are made of this season. But they leave on a good note with the overtime victory. So how you guys feeling? Guys feeling good tonight? I am. What a way to go ahead and start a Saturday night with the victory for the Lakers in overtime. El Rosto, again, truly appreciate, very kind of you, absolutely, to go ahead and provide right there as far as the super chat. Absolutely. Everybody's in a great mood. And again, this right here, courtesy of Drip Show and El Rosto right there for you as far as the contest. We're going to give away one of these bad boys indeed. Everybody is in a good mood tonight. Great to see. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for the donation, El Rosto. Stefan Piscano Podcast also giving a great donation. Truly appreciated from Intel, Pinty, El Rosto, and Stefan Piscano Podcast. He says, officially the most fun game that I have watched this season. Let's go. Everyone played their roles beautifully to see. Let's go, Lakers. Let's go. Key block down the stretch from DeAndre Ayton. Wasn't too effective for certain parts of the game, but he was great that he was in there when it mattered the most. Kind of didn't think that he was in the great, I guess, mindset for JJ because Jackson Hayes was playing some minutes down the stretch. But in the overtime, DeAndre Ayton was put back in. And again, that was a good move because, yes, Nikola Jokic did score a couple baskets, but he did play some good, hard defense against Nikola Jokic, which was good to see. Everybody, Chris, great to have you here. It is Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much again for joining me right here as part of the Lakers Fast Break. I don't know where Joe is. He said he was going to stop on by, but I know he wasn't going to be here for very long. John Costa, Lakers Corner. He is doing some auto repair today, so he will not be with us. So, Mark, Xbox, if you're out there, you want to hop on, I sent you the link. I don't know if Legend's going to stop by either, but great to see you anyways. Good guys. Just loving the game right now. Just, I'm glad you guys had a great game to watch on a Saturday night indeed. Xbox, yeah, come on down, Xbox. I mean, again, you're more than welcome to. I sent you the link. Let's go. JSJ says, Stefan, cheers. And everybody's in a good mood in the chat. That's always great to see. Once again, the Lakers with the victory tonight in overtime by 2 on a last second shot by Luka Doncic to win the game, 127 to 125. Absolutely a great performance. And let's also, I know that the LeBron conversation will continue. He and Luka were gassed down the stretch. They looked tired, both huffing and puffing for air. There was a shot that LeBron put up that was easily blocked by Gordon. You could tell he just had no lift, but he had a major hustle play diving for the ball, and I want to make sure he gets credit for that. Plus, again, in the first half, he actually did pretty good, very efficient ball in that first half indeed. But 17 points for him, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. DeAndre Ayton with 9 and 9. Marcus Smart. Let's go ahead with Marcus Smart. Played tough defense within the time that he was in there, but also made some crucial shots, including a 3 late. 5 of 12 from 3, 8 of 15 overall for 21 points for him. Great performance and 5 steals for Marcus Smart. Turn back the clock. You got a good Marcus Smart today. Luka Doncic, 30 points, a triple double today. 30 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists. Yes, 6 turnovers, but still a triple double for him. And Austin Reeves getting it done efficiently. Yes, was a little frustrating at times because for every good thing he was doing, he was making a turnover that kind of like, because he had 2 turnovers that were just like, oh. But I tell you what, he got it done when it mattered, hit that shot to go ahead and send it into overtime. 32 points for him, 7 rebounds and 6 assists for you on that. So, yeah, what do you guys think about tonight's game? Great to hear your thoughts right here. The experiment. Oh my gosh. He is somewhere. Hopefully he'll join us here in a minute. There you go from Intel Wild, dominating 9 and 9. It won't show up as a pretty box score, but he did give some effort on the defensive end, and especially in that overtime. He played really good defense, actually blocked a shot of Nikola Jokic. On that last drive, though, where he gave up that basket to Nikola Jokic, you see how good and effective Nikola Jokic is because DeAndre Ayton, all DeAndre did, he was fronting him, thought he had good position, took step, one step to the side, and that's all she wrote. And that's what caused that basket right there. But absolutely, otherwise, the play before where he blocked the shot, really a great play from him as well. So thank you so much again for joining us. Truly appreciate everyone out there joining us. Jeremy says Laravia loves serving up for fresh cinnamon donuts. Wow, you guys have turned on Laravia quite a bit in recent times. Remember when he was doing so well? Tonight, 2 of 2, but he was 4 points, but he played limited minutes, 12 minutes for him. Rui off the bench, 25 points, 6 points. The bench did not give us much of an impact tonight, which was disappointing to see, but that's something, again, for the worst bench in the league points wise. It's not unexpected. And we're hoping they can do more. I know Luke Kennard, everybody has been great, is very satisfied with this play. Today was only 3 points. Give him more opportunity and more looks and more touches. Would be nice during his 16 minutes of play, but he didn't get much of an opportunity to go ahead and get the ball up there. So hopefully we can get that corrected going forward. But Vern says when Aiden blocked, yeah, he should have grabbed that ball. You're right, Vern. That's why he was like that brain fart moment. He was looking like, oh, what did I do? Because when he blocked the shot, it's still before it bounced out of bounds. There was still that opportunity to go ahead and get it. Yeah, and he just
You're
lost.
awesome.
Jeremy said, "How do I like JJ's coaching today, Jerry?" Well, I thought his effectiveness about getting the right people in there, him getting Aiden back out there for the overtime. He sat down Aiden in that fourth quarter in lieu and put Hayes in there. So I thought that was pretty good. The third quarter, I thought, again, he should have been able to slow down the momentum of Denver. I was hoping a little bit more, but again, overall, you're going to win over Denver. You got to go ahead and share and give him some love on that. So again, he's not dribbling the ball out there because sometimes these guys were making mistakes that just left you scratching your head. The one couple by Reeves that were just like turnovers. Like, what is he doing? But you know what? He more than made up for that clutch shot to go ahead and get the game into overtime, and then Luka got it done in the overtime. And here today to go ahead and discuss today's game, a good man indeed. It is, of course, the guy behind, of course, the Joe Soro experiment, and of course, also as well, Simblades with Y.com. It is Joe Soro. Joe, good to have you here. You said before the play was to be run to get it to your guy, I believe it was Tough that said the team now knows it's Luka's team, so that's exactly who they had to get it to. Your thoughts, a triple-double, once again, for Luka. This is a team that has a very tough road ahead, but if they play like this with the intensity like this, they can make some things happen.
Just tighten up. Tighten up a little bit. Just a little bit more fundamental. Stop throwing lobs halfway across the court in crucial moments. However, I always say, if you're going to make a mistake, make up for it. As long as it comes out even, then it doesn't matter. And Austin made up for it. Austin made up for that lob turnover that I absolutely lost it.
Yep.
I had the
one where he was taken to the ball to the basket and he just had it ripped from him.
That's a basketball play. The lob, nonsense lob that turned into turnover was the bad one.
Yeah,
that one cannot happen. You cannot make that. You cannot make that pass. You just can't in that moment. You want to do it in the first quarter against the Wizards? Yeah, go ahead and do it all day, but not today. But he made up for it. That I couldn't figure out what Jokic was doing in that play. What the hell was Jokic doing? Was he hoping that the ball was just going to sail to his guy?
Well, it was so weird because he and Ayton, when they boxed each other, because they were locked arms, Joe, off that free throw, they both leaned down. And as they leaned down, that was the difference. Had they stayed upright, Jokic would have got that rebound. But because they were wrestling with each other, they both were down, and that's why that ball went over their heads and right straight to Austin on that final shot.
Fine-tune the fundamentals, and there's some interesting thing that may happen here in the next month or so. But it's been a while since the Lakers have beaten Denver in a tight game like this, and it was really nice to see 53 minutes. It was less than in a 53-minute game where Jamal Murray did absolutely nothing. That was nice. And on top of that, he fouled out.
You got to win when he does like that. When he performs like that, you have to win the game, Joe.
Yes, but of course, we have to deal with Hardaway Jr. playing 4 games a year like he's his dad or Jordan even, and then stinking the rest of the year. That was the other part that was really irritating me. Who are these guys hitting threes? When did Aaron Gordon start throwing threes where he touches it for a millisecond and makes it without even freaking hitting the rim? Like, when did this start happening? I think that's the part that's amazing about this game. Denver made every shot when it needed to, except in the end. That was it. But they were broke, tired. So what that tells me is the relentless pursuit to make sure they won this game. And this game is a regular season game in a pivotal time of the year, sure, but it's more than that. It's basically saying, everybody was healthy today. Everybody played. DeAndre contributed. Jackson Hayes contributed. LeBron contributed. Luka, Reeves. I know you guys. I was just listening on Laravia. Laravia had two of those baskets were actually really good baskets.
I know, but again, he's not producing like he was before, so some people see him as diminished.
Well, because I think people will lose focus on rotation. You know, when people think sports sometimes is, we're just going to go send Vinny Johnson in there and he'll score. Folks, there's a reason why Vinny Johnson was called the microwave, because there's not a lot of guys that can do that. Okay, that's what it was. And I remember when I was a kid and I heard, why do they keep calling him the microwave? Until I later learned what it was. And the reason why he got that nickname was he could be on a beach drinking Mai Tais, getting a massage, and then Chuck Daly would be like, Vinny, get in there. Travel to Detroit, get in the game and score like immediately when he gets in. That's a special talent that you can't really measure, and you can't expect somebody like LaRavia or Kennard, because Kennard's been struggling. He had a nice shot today too, though, in an important time of the game. Again, you guys, if you watch the game, sometimes there's pivotal moments in the first, second, third quarters too, where a shot can stump a momentum run. I think a lot of people forget that, and you also forget that there's a rotation that's going on, and when you get out of that rotation for maybe a 2 or 3 game period, you're now not in rhythm anymore. And I'm not saying LaRavia is some rhythm big cog in the Laker run, but let's be realistic here. LaRavia is a role player. He is not. He's a $6 million a year player. It's not a lot of money. What he can contribute is great for $6 million, and that's how I look at that.
You saw that earlier this year, Joe, when he was getting multiple games in the 20s. People just become so fascinated, but they have to understand it's an 82 game season. These guys, especially those rotation players, are going to have their highs and lows. And remember, he plays better when he was in the starting lineup. When he's in the starting lineup, you can just tell he plays more effectively in that fashion. But on this team, it's not in our best interest to have him as a starter. Yay! A subscriber.
Probably right.
Hot dogs.
But I don't see how this lineup of LeBron, Marcus Smart, Luka, Reeves, and DeAndre Ayton aren't going to be the standard the rest of the way, as long as they're healthy for the game. And I don't mind it. It is at the discretion of JJ Redick at this point. And thank you, JJ Redick, for finally getting the ball to Luka at the end of the game. Unless I've got amnesia or I missed something, this is the first time since Luka has been a Laker where there was a play that was run at the end of the game for Luka to hit the last shot. Now, another thing that I want you guys to remember in this, in case you didn't see it, because I saw it, when Luka saw the double team coming, he switched left immediately. Why? Why do I keep saying, get the ball to the Luka, get it to the clutch guy? It's not even the shot that he made that was clutch. It was the immediate recognition of the second guy coming and him twirling the other way and getting space. That play is exactly what we've been talking about for a long time now, since Luka's been a Laker. And not only did he draw the play up, Luka recognized what was going on, made the right play, one, and then, of course, made the right play, two. Notice I said right play. The correct play. The correct play in basketball at the end of games to win is to get the mother effing ball in the hoop. And that's what he did.
Once again, it is the Lakers winning 127-125 in overtime. The Lakers are now 42-25, third place in the Western Conference, and here today to go ahead and discuss today's very exciting game. A good man indeed. It is, of course, the guy behind I Got Next Sports Media. It is Legend. Legend, great to have you here, my friend. I want to go ahead and hit up Robert Wheeler, because he is he comes on occasionally, but he wants to come on. He always comes on when the Lakers make statement wins. Because he wants to reel you in. He wants you to say words that he wants to hear. He wants you to say that the Lakers are a championship team. He wants you to say that they're a title team now. He wants you to say after a victory like this that they're ready to go right now. So he said, Gerald, do you classify this win as a championship type win? Because I feel that it showed mental toughness, overcoming adversity, and finally breaking through against a championship team in Denver. I will say this. It's a great victory. Absolutely fantastic victory. But it's the regular season. Let's do this in the playoffs. Then we can talk about if this is a title team or not. But right now, it's a great victory. Cherish it. But this victory is only as good as the road trip ahead. If the Lakers puke on this road trip ahead, a very tough road trip, which I will hit up with Joe here in a second, Legend, then it's all for naught. And that's not a sign of a championship team. But Legend, your thoughts on today's game from you, my friend.
I would definitely say there was a nice little playoff atmosphere. This had
Mhm.
everything like a playoff feeling. This was two teams knowing what is at stake, what is on the line, and I gotta say, I give both teams a damn good shout out. That was a dang good game from both sides. Like I saw a lot of heart from both sides showed up tonight, and shout out to Reeves, man. He did a good job with the miss on purpose. Got the ball, forced the overtime. That was a darn good play. Aaron Gordon stepped up big. I didn't expect Aaron Gordon to be out there knocking down, looking like Klay Thompson out there. The old Klay Thompson, not the one right now. But it was a good game. Lakers did good, man. There was a good win. You got the tiebreaker now, so that puts you in a very good situation. You need to go to Houston and see what you can do in that scenario now, knowing that Houston got one on you. You go take both of these two games. Now you got the tiebreaker or split it. Houston got it, but I still won't worry too much about that. Tonight was a good win. It was a very good win for not just the team, for all you guys out here too. And they probably boost a lot of morality tonight, I would definitely say. Tomorrow I'm probably interested on first taking all of them. I already know what they take's gonna be on tonight. But I could definitely say this was a good win, a good test for the Lakers, and it at least shows that this team has some fight. Same thing with Denver too. So they got some fight, and maybe this Western Conference playoff might be more interesting than what I originally thought it was going to happen.
Joe, it is a tough road ahead for the Lakers. And again, for however great this victory is, and it's a great victory. It's an awesome victory. It's a one of the best of the season, if not the best of the season for the Lakers. The road up ahead for this 6-game road trip is very tough, and it starts off in Houston for a two-set in Houston. Before I get to who was it that said this? Oh, OG Life here in a second because I'll get your thoughts on that, guys. Game for Houston. There's a little bit more on that schedule that's really not too fun as well. Your thoughts, my friend, on the road ahead and how they need to do going forward for this 6-game road trip.
Because it's going to the southeast, it just never really works. I don't even remember. I gotta go look at the stats on that. What was even though they're not playing Atlanta this time though? Usually they play Atlanta, Orlando, and Miami, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember them sweeping that ever. They probably have, but I don't remember, which is crazy because I usually remember stuff like that. But looking at the schedule, if the Lakers want to, the first two games of this road trip are actually the most important part because losing to Detroit, losing to Orlando, Miami, and Indiana are out of conference games, and I have a pretty good feeling they could split those 4 games. They could beat Miami or Orlando, probably lose to Detroit, and then beat Indiana. That's kind of how I'm rolling with that. The Monday-Wednesday game against Houston may decide the 3rd seed for the Lakers. If they win those 2 games, not only would they get up 2 more games against Houston, but they'd also have a 3rd game up because they'd own the tiebreaker 2-1. They only play Houston 3 times this year. They'd have the tiebreaker on that. Those 2 games are actually the most important part of this road trip. And then if they end up splitting the road trip, at least beating Houston in that time, both games, it's a little bit more, I guess, tolerable at that point. And that's how I see this. Because they're going to play Brooklyn and Washington when they get back, which I believe is going to be a win in both games. Then they have Cleveland at home, which Cleveland's good, but I think they have if they continue to play the way they're playing, I think they're going to end up, finish maybe winning that. I think there's a good chance they win that. Then they got to go to Oklahoma City. That's always it's likely going to be a loss on that one. Oklahoma City plays well at home. And then they got to go play Dallas before they got to finish up the last 4 games at home, or I should say the West Coast, and then have a little bit of a detour to Golden State before the end of the regular season. If they go beyond expectations and finish, let's just say 5-1, then it's absolutely no doubt that the Lakers are going to end up getting the 3rd seed.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Again, I think this is a very crucial.
But I didn't see this happening. I didn't see, even though it was a heavy home run, I thought they'd lose either to Minnesota or New York. And even though Golden State, Sacramento, New Orleans are not strong teams, I thought maybe that Golden State game might end up being a loss because it's in San Francisco. So initially, when I was looking at the schedule after they had lost to Phoenix, I said, man, are they going to lose to Golden State now and then maybe win at home? I didn't know it would go this well. Even that Denver game they lost in Denver was a close game. So they have been playing phenomenal basketball for 3 weeks. And they've played every type of style. They've played on the road. They've played at home. And the Phoenix game was a close game. The Orlando game was a close game. The only game that hasn't been close really is the Boston game at home. But we had guys out for that one, didn't we? Oh no, we didn't. That was just a blowout.
Not really.
So yeah, it's good. It's good, regardless of how this ends up in the regular season. I think they've kind of shown some stuff here, and we have to wait and see how. We got to wait another 3 weeks.
Mark, is LeBron on your good side now? Him diving on the ball and all that stuff. So let me know your thoughts, Xbox. Love to hear them. But again, Legend, I'll bring it back to you. Once again, the Lakers win by 2 in overtime. Legend, what was it? He put it in the chat here. It was a question, or it was a comment saying that I want to give him OG Life said he thinks that the Lakers have the best big 3 in the game, hands down. And it hasn't looked like that all season, but in the past couple games, we've seen LeBron take a back seat as a number 3, understanding that he is not competing anymore for the top of the food chain on the Lakers. In fact, the last shot went to your top guy for the right time at the right time, as Joe asked, and then finally it delivered. But they, as a group, have been criticized all year about the record and everything as far as how it's looked aesthetically, defensively, etc. I don't want to go into whole details, but the past couple games, they have gelled in the way we were hoping that they would gel, especially with Reeves finally, after the injury, him coming back, starting to look like the Reeves once again that now has to be considered for top dollar in free agency. So I asked the question that OG Life is stating: do the Lakers have the best big 3 in the game, hands down?
I'm gonna say they are top 3. It's hard to say they got the best or not because I can't ignore what you did the rest of the season. They've been looking good the last few games, looking like LeBron is beginning to accept the role of being third man. But best, I don't know. That's hard to say because of look what happened the rest of the season. That happened. Can't ignore that. Can't ignore that. That happened. But they look really good right now. I kind of agree.
Suns Nation. Bye. Sorry, you're 3 games back now, Suns Nation. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Bye. Bye.
I gotta agree with YYC. I still think probably OKC probably is still the best big 3. They number 1. I gotta give them that part. But it looked like they're beginning to figure things out with LeBron being the third man. And that's the biggest thing I want to give a shout out to LeBron on. It's not easy to accept that role. It's not easy to accept that. Knowing that no shot at nobody on the team. I'm the only man on the team with rings. All y'all got nothing. And it's hard to accept that role, but do what's best for your team, and that's what he looked like he's trying to do. And I have to give him a real big shout out for following that flow today. Even I'm a little surprised. Old man LeBron diving on the floor. He would usually just stand there and just watch the ball, but he didn't do that. I got to give him a really, really shout out for that one. So do I think they're the best big three? No. But I can at least say they're starting to put it together and put themselves in the conversation, maybe top three, if you continue to put it together. But like Gerald said, it's regular season. I need to see this in the playoffs too, though. I don't want to see what I used to see. But
You don't want to see last season playoffs, big three.
I do not want to see
the
that.
Lakers, no.
Because that was y'all lost me my money last year too.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Joe, your thoughts? I mean, OG Life, he's very confident right now in the Lakers big three. And again, if they play like this, it helps bring her up the team even more. It helps gives opportunity to guys like Marcus Smart, who played clutch today with a great game and great performance, 21 points, 5 threes, and 5 steals. Absolutely great performance from him. It helps bring out DeAndre Ayton, who played extremely well in overtime after a back and forth, up and down game overall, but played well when it mattered the most. Does this big three still qualify in the hierarchy of threes, top threes in the NBA, Joe? Or where would you place them?
No. I think we've diluted the big three term, much like those who use the term iconic, legend. Well, there's only one legend, and he's to the right of me. So there's going to be a clear understanding after right now on what a big three is, and I want you all to open up your ears, and I'm gonna give you a little history lesson. The last two big threes was in 2018 and 2008. That's it. That's it. Stop calling things the big three because they're the best three on the team. Stop. First of all, LeBron is out of his prime. He's not a big anything anymore. He's a big name. He's capable, but he's not LeBron of even 2020. And Austin Reeves is phenomenal, but he's not that star. He's not Durant, Clay, and Steph. He's not Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce. That's it. There is no three. There is no three. Now, you want to talk about San Antonio? Sure. Manu, Tony Parker, Duncan. Although it's more like a weird three. It's a three with a start because of the fact that Manu played off the bench. Doesn't match. I know it doesn't matter. You know, he's still a star, a Hall of Famer. But to me, a big three has to be undisputed in their prime players.
Nick T again. So I asked Nick T, Joe, tell me your thoughts on Luka's game today, Nick. The eternal Luka hater that he is. He said good, but can be better. 30-point triple-double. Got the winning shot. I will give you on the defense, though, Joe, because they went to his side often for corner threes that Luka didn't get out to or couldn't get out to fast enough, and they hit a lot of corner threes on him. But guess who hit the winning shot today, Joe? Luka Doncic.
I got to give credit, since you brought up defense. I got to give credit twice. Unfortunately, the second one, Jokic was able to get the ball in the basket, but that's because he's Jokic. But thank you. Two things happened today at the end of the game that I was like, yes, man. If DeAndre had just gotten that ball after he blocked the shot, it would have been obviously perfect. But nonetheless, the way they stuck to their guy in that process, Jokic was just dealing with Ayton, and Ayton played really good one-on-one defense, got the play he wanted. It just, the ball went where
he took that one step, though, Joe. You saw him take that half step to the right.
Yeah.
That's all. Jokic is just, you and I, we always talk about how good Jokic is. You cannot give Jokic that half step. He used it. But the play before, you saw he stayed at home, didn't move his feet, and he got that block shot. All it takes is that one step, Joe.
It was both plays, even though he got the basket the second time. They were perfectly executed, perfectly called defensive assignments. Because if they kept changing and getting lost, whatever, it's very likely that somebody would have got the ball wide open with a three again. These guys were hitting threes like like their lives were at stake. Hardaway couldn't miss. Aaron Gordon was practically closing his eyes and making the shot. They could not stop making the damn shot. You adjusted and you said, screw it. We would rather have Jokic, their best player, have to grind to get 2 points. Good, because that extra point means something in a game like this. They did it. They got it back. And then on top of that, you have two amazing defensive philosophies at that time, two amazing defensive efforts, even though the second one went in. But then what did JJ do? LeBron inbounded the ball to Austin Reeves.
Were you
created
scared
a path
when
for
LeBron,
Luka?
Well, let me just say this. Were you scared when LeBron was...
No. Just let me finish and stop going to the negative. You're killing me with this shit. Can you let me
I just asked you if you're
say
scared.
positive
I just
shit?
ask you if
Oh, what about LeBron? What if he would have turned it over? You always do that shit.
Shut
You
up,
did that
Joe.
shit during the game.
Shut up,
You did
Joe.
that shit during the game.
No.
Oh, if Reeves had not done that turnover,
Okay. You
watch
complain all
in the moment.
LeBron inbounding the ball.
No, I wasn't scared. I was focused on the game.
Don't be a hypocrite, Joe.
Hypocrite. Get out of here.
Playing every time he's inbounding the ball late in the games, and then the one time he
got the ball. He got the ball in, no problems. Austin gets the ball. He gets the ball to Luka. Luka recognizes the second defender, goes the other way, opens up space. Boom. Oh, wow. Look what happens when you get a play set for the clutchest player on your team. Okay, go ahead. Talk about what happened last week that caused all this. Go ahead.
I just asked you if you were nervous or pissed that LeBron was inbounding.
You know what I was pissed about? That stupid lob turnover that Austin had. I was so irate. I muted the phone. I had to scream. I didn't want to scream over the phone. I was so pissed off at that pass.
Because I got all my turnover. All he had to do was just dribble the ball.
I got all my irritation from Aaron Gordon hitting every freaking shot. Every Hardaway is going to score 3 points in the next game. Watch. Every shot that they got in, I was it just bottled up to the point where I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe Austin just turned the ball over for no reason. But in the end, he made up for it. As long as it goes out even in the end, it's all good. And he actually took it over that because that purposely missed free throw and rebound. That might have been one of the best I've ever seen in a game like this.
That's the right word you want to do, because how many times, Joe and Legend, how many times when you do that fake free throw, does it actually go back to
it never goes back to you.
But as I said, Joe, as I said, they were locking up. Ayton, you got to give credit to Ayton, because Ayton and Jokic locked up. It caused them to bend over. And as they bent over, that's where the ball went.
Clear path, right in his hands. Yeah.
Had they stood up,
yeah,
he would have caught the ball, and that would have been game over. Legend. And like Joe said, would have been the game. It would have been the game right there. But it was luck. It was luck. I'm not going to sit here and tell you differently, but you know what? You got to take advantage when luck's given to you, my friend.
Yeah, you got to capitalize. And luck is part of the game. Sometimes luck. You need lucky moments to win. It happens. And just looked up, it bounced right straight back to his hand. Otherwise, the next we get it, you foul 2 free throws and probably gonna be in a good free throw shooter hand and probably ball game. So, and you gotta have that luck sometime to happen. And what the hell happened to Jamal Murray tonight? Though, man, he went MIA tonight. I need to put a worse. Need to put him report it for the police department to find him. He been missing. He been missing in LA.
A lot of people are. Calling the police department after I think a lot of us were screaming as loud as we could after that with that shot by Luka. I know that Xbox said the same thing. It's so funny because you guys, why are the Sacramento Kings on national television?
Yeah, that's a little odd.
I think each team has to be on, I think, obligated to be on at least once or a couple I think during the regular season on one of the national things, and maybe somehow the Amazon Primes, the Peacocks, the NBCs, the ABCs, the ESPNs, NBA TVs, they've all managed to avoid the Kings throughout the year. ABC.
We could have had the Spurs and Hornets on instead.
It's like drawing straws, and it's like, Oh, I drew the short straw. There you go. All right, you get the Kings. And wouldn't you know, Joe, they're leading the Clippers right now by 11 for now. Anyways, watch them go ahead and tank that by the end of the game. But again, great victory for the Lakers tonight, 127 to 125. Lakers again, they're third place, Joe. And I think again we will see what this team is made of in the next 6 games, and it starts with Houston on a back-to-back, one of those, what do they call it, the baseball doubleheaders, where they're in Houston, 2 games in 3 days. So the Lakers have not always had really great success with that. I remember the San Antonio one. If you remember the San Antonio one after they won the NBA Cup, when San Antonio was tanking and really bad, and they ended up only, I think, splitting that. I'm
Well,
hoping they'll take
they
advantage.
sat people on that second one, right?
I want to say yes, but I'd have to go ahead and look at the box score to make sure. But still, you and I were pissed. I remember that day because you take advantage of games like that on the schedule. Now this time, I don't know if the Lakers are going to sit anybody out or whatnot on one of those 2 games, but these are crucial against the team right behind you in the standings.
The Houston double back is going to be the likely decision maker on if they're going to be able to keep the 3. It does look like San Antonio's recent loss before they won this last game was probably the end of them being able to get to the 1 seed, unless the Thunder
Yeah,
really
the
really eat
Thunder are
shit.
playing too well right now, and they're
Yeah.
3 games up.
So by the Lakers getting the 3rd seed, it's still revolving chairs here. I should say musical chairs. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know who's best to play: Houston, Minnesota, or Denver. I think my instincts say I would rather play Houston in the first round because I think they're going to rely on Durant a lot. I don't think Durant has enough to. I think they match up better against Houston. Minnesota, I know they've owned them during the regular season, but I've seen too many times where a regular season team owns a team and then all of a sudden they go craps in the playoffs. Denver, I don't want to face Denver in the first round. They're a problem with the Lakers. They just play them too difficult. And Luke Jokic is on that team, and Jamal Murray is not going to score 5 points.
They were favored. They were the favorite.
Yeah. So with that, my hope is that they play Houston in the first round. So Houston will have to drop to the 6, which if they beat Houston in both games, that likely will happen. And then San Antonio, as good as they are, I'd rather play them in the second round because they are inexperienced. They do have a young team. And if the Lakers go on a little bit of a momentum run there by beating, let's say, whoever they beat in the first round, that'll be a tough matchup for San Antonio, especially if the Lakers stay healthy. And then that basically takes you to likely Oklahoma City in the Western Conference Finals. And I don't wish injury on anyone, but I will say that the way the NBA is playing out, that you have to kind of see how things develop before you can really know what's going to happen after that as well.
I think they're not back-to-back games. They're not. I mean, they're back-to-back in Houston, but they're not Monday, Tuesday. It's Monday, Wednesday. So I'm hoping. What's up, Carino? I'm hoping they don't
Carino.
sit anybody out because that's what. Okay, one of Joe's classic rants, guys, is when they sat players out in Houston. Now, mind you, it was after a game against New Orleans, but still, I just don't see them having the opportunity, Joe, to sit down guys. I'm going to get it to you, Legend, in a second, but I just don't see the opportunity, Joe, for them to sit down guys right now, because if they do and just tank a game or punt a game, like you and I've talked about them punting games this season, the Lakers have to take every advantage of every opportunity given to them. And they've not done a great job of that all season until this week. And if they continue, if they don't learn from their past lessons, they'll end up getting burned once again.
Yeah, I will definitely say
go ahead, listen. My bad, listen. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if they do sit them out, yeah, that is kind of a risky game because right now Houston won Christmas Day, so they just need one to have that tiebreaker on. You really need both of them. You probably need to play all you guys. You need both of them.
What about you, Joe? Yeah, because Isaac was asked that, saying that he thinks that they might sit them down if they win on Monday. I'm saying that's not really the greatest ideas right now.
Who said he was going to sit down?
No, he said he would. He was saying that if they win on Monday, that they would sit them down on Wednesday.
Who said that?
Isaac.
Why would they sit them down? There's a break between the games.
That's what I was. That's what I was saying.
And why would they? And even if it wasn't, why would they sit them down when they're essentially 2 games away, beating Houston from probably sealing the 3rd seed?
Now Thursday is a game because maybe he's thinking because it is a back-to-back.
This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. Look what we're talking about. We're talking about are people going to play? Mm-hmm. What happened? What do you mean they're going to sit down? Sit down for what? There's no time anymore. You want the 3rd seed? You want a playoff advantage? We're infected by it, man.
If they are going to send anybody down,
I hope Adam Silver can somehow go back to the 80s and get back 6 games again in the division and have games in town for 2 straight games again. You would lessen travel. You would lessen the wear on travel at the very least, so that you can fix this problem. It looks like the 65 game thing isn't working. Does he have to drop it to 60? I think the 60 would solve a lot of problems, but then everybody be bitching and whining because they'll be hurt, right? Or they don't care because they're getting paid either way, right? Anyways, I can't have this discussion because it's going to piss me off. I don't want to have a discussion on whether this team is trying to get a goddamn 3rd seed, and we're talking about are they going to sit down for game 2 if they win game 1? What the hell kind of mental? What is that? It might be true too. It's not really. I'm not mad at the question. I'm mad that we're having the discussion.
Because if they don't do it on Wednesday, Joe and Legend, they might do it on Thursday because they do have a back-to-back Wednesday, Thursday, and they might do it in Miami, South Beach Flu.
I'm like, Joe, I'm just not with that sitting down.
I'm just telling you.
You're probably right on that one. You're probably right on that one. They're going to kill themselves to play Monday and Wednesday, and then obviously the schedule makers, the dickheads that they are, they make a freaking Houston to Miami back-to-back game. Thank you very much at the end of the year. Thanks.
Especially if they win twice in Houston.
Thanks. Houston. Appreciate it. There's almost a guarantee they're going to sit down LeBron. Okay, hold on. Actually, now that I think about it, are they really going to sit LeBron for that game, though? Because that could be his last game in Miami. I have to wait for that one. God, I hate that. I can't stand having this conversation, man. I'm getting pissed off. Right, I'm getting pissed off just talking about it. I'm getting heated up. Like I can't believe it.
It's pretty weak move.
Well, I'm just telling you because again, Isaac mentioned it, but I'm looking at the schedule. I would say that. Well, that's you know what? That's a good thing because if LeBron sits out on Thursday after the Lakers win, because if they win Monday and Wednesday, somebody's going to sit down the next day on Thursday, Legend. I could just tell you right now. If LeBron sits out, is that a hint he may come back to another team, Lakers, wherever, next season?
Possibly. Might be a sign saying that he's coming back next year. I think he is. I think he went that farewell tour, but possibly. I just find it very hard for someone of his status to not want that farewell tour like Kobe and many others got when they retired. I just find that hard to believe. I would be stunned if he really did retire and be like, I'm done. The end. Whatever happened with this shit, I'm done. It's just hard to believe. The guy who love attention, no, he love attention too much to do that.
Thanks, Stein. Appreciate it. I want to thank my cousin Roman, who's an off cosmetology licensed hairstylist. When I was in Arizona, he did a little fade on me. It was pretty cool. Thank you again, Roman. Yeah,
people are complimenting the hair. They're trying to calm you down, Joe.
Well, I just I don't want. I guess I'm trying to find the problem. I'm trying to solve the problem because that's what I do all day. but I'm scared that it's not a problem. It's just a mental lapse in how people adjust. I'm trying to understand something here. They were playing 82 games a year in a time where they were beating each other up.
But they keep telling you, Joe, it's the pace, the pace,
The pace. Okay, so explain something to me. If the pace, you're telling me that Showtime in the 80s wasn't the same pace? Why were they playing 82 games a year? I mean, Magic played 77, right? 76. Okay. He missed 5 or 6 games a year. Okay. On the average. But these guys are missing 15 and 20. These guys are deciding on whether to go back to back. They're deciding on how to adjust to not playing instead of trying to adjust to playing. Come on, man. It's not that. So you have every minute of the day, the advancement in technology and the advancement in medicine continues to increase. So you're going to sit there and tell me that there's no adjustment to that too? Are you going to tell me that technology and medicine was better in the 90s? I've had this discussion about professional bodybuilding. Why did professional bodybuilders look more grainy and in shape in the 90s, 30 mother effing years ago, and now they look like garbage? How does that make any sense? It's a correlation to what I'm talking about. It makes sense that it's not that. It's the fact that these guys are worse. Oh, and they're blaming the food companies for poisoning everybody. Okay, assholes, if you're gonna blame them, stop eating at Taco Bell then. You know that's not real food. It's not real food. They even said it. They were putting, and this was the clincher for me. Dude, I lived on Subway in the late 90s. Great time in my life. Until I found out a decade later they were putting yoga mat material in the bun, in the bread. Really?
The tuna wasn't even tuna.
Well, I never eat the tuna. I never eat fish anywhere except my house or a 5-star #1 good. I always say Goodyear instead of Michelin because I just think it sounds funnier. But you know what I mean about that. I got to have a place where it's cooked. I know how it's cooked, and because fish has to be perfect for me to eat. Otherwise, I can't eat it. I didn't want this to be a discussion about this because we're happy tonight. I'm happy, by the way, guys, just because I'm a little excited. It's just I'm trying to make sure it is correlating with what's going on.
Brendan wants to start a GoFundMe for your anger management class.
Please. Listen, I want you guys to do this for me. It's on tape. Do not ever, okay, I've already instructed my wife this. If I croak, do not ever put a dime, a penny in a GoFundMe campaign that is revolved around me. Ever. I've already instructed everybody. It's in my will. Never, ever. So that you know that whatever GoFundMe comes out, that's fake. Don't ever do that. Don't ever pay a dime for that.
Please.
You want to give me money when I croak because you want to respect the family? Talk to my lawyer, talk to my widow at that time, and then send the money. But I don't want your money anyways. I don't need it. Keep it and go invest it in something and help your family. I don't want this messed up. Quiznos was good for a while there, Nick T. Yes. Unfortunately, they fell off.
They're
The Lakers cannot mess with this. They're gonna arrest Miami. It's almost guaranteed, especially if they win both those games. If they don't win both those games, they got to really think about it now because the margin of error is very low. You cannot drop to 5. That means you got to start on the road again, and we all know the percentages of that, guys. A team that's still always kind of wavering in terms of where they're going, and that's really most teams except maybe a couple. You cannot risk that. You have to get a 3, at worst a 4. But the problem getting a 4 is you're going to face Oklahoma City if you get out of there in the second round. 3 is paramount because you get to extend a little bit of a chance that if you do win the first round, that you will play San Antonio instead of Oklahoma City, which is, in my view, a better matchup in the long run. a lesser opponent than Oklahoma City because of the lack of experience. And then at that point, if you get waxed by the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference Finals because they're healthy and they're rocking and rolling, well, again, you tip your hat off at that point and go on with your life.
Legend, our plans to start a GoFundMe, a fake GoFundMe.
Yes, Jersey Mike's right now is in #1 spot.
Yeah, #1.
There is the club sandwich with the oil and the jalapenos and the usual fixings. I mean, it's the best commercial sandwich by far right now in America.
Legend.
So, Jersey Mike, send me a card, please.
Do a GoFundMe for his. Do a GoFundMe for that. But Legend,
a GoFundMe for a sandwich joint.
our fake GoFundMe for Joe after he dies on the air of a heart attack. I guess that goes by the wayside. But also here today, looking at now, he's in a good mood. He's here. It is, of course, Mark, aka Xbox. You know him as LeBron's bestie. Oh, so we love LeBron today. Oh, awesome.
He's back in the good ones.
yes, he's on your good side for today. Great victory by the Lakers, my friend. 127-125. Lakers in third place as they head out on this road trip. Mark, your thoughts on the game? Emotions running high. We were there on Discord. It was absolutely a great time to watch with you guys. And again, it led to a victory. You've been pushing Luka as the narrative as far as how well he is for this team. You've been fighting people in the chat for weeks and months. Nixie. But with that, you saw today why you've been pushing him so hard.
Oh, hell yeah. And let me know if you can hear me okay, Gerald. I'm just sort of on my Bluetooth, but it's coming out of the speakers as well. And just super happy we got the win, obviously. I mean, it was looking pretty rough with, 6 seconds to go. And AR really pulled something out of the bag. But, I've got to give kudos to LeBron. Some of those gutsy plays he did in the fourth quarter. I mean, we haven't talked about it too much, but the dive was just epic. And he'd actually done something similar a couple of plays before that. So, I've got to give mad respect to LeBron. I feel like, he's seen something in those games that he's been off, Gerald. And, I keep thinking to myself, man, like LeBron's got one of the easiest sort of gigs in the NBA right now. You just got to default to Luka and AR. But for someone like LeBron, that's tough to do. But if he can do it, Joe, we might be looking at a 5th chip. And no one's going to remember that LeBron didn't play the starring role in a 5th chip in 10 years' time. So I hope he's taken – I sort of said this to the guys today. At the start of the season when he was out, he didn't watch the boys from the sidelines. He might have been in the stands and stuff. But the last few games, he's been on the bench. And I think he's seen something, man, because he really has come back and defaulted to the guys a bit. And kudos to him tonight. He took the ball out and he threw it in to AR, who got it to Luka, to the winning play. So, yeah, for me, man, super happy to get the win. And everyone looks like they're on the right page. DA, we've got to shout out DA as well. Super, 3 or 4 games in a row playing really, really well. Didn't have that same impact like he did a couple of games ago in the first half, but he kept himself going and he was super important. He sounded like a really important basket when we were struggling to score late. James gave it to him. James was really flustered and DA put it in, man. DA also blocked Joker late in the game too. So, smart, big contributions. AR, obviously, Luka game winning. Man, it was just really, when you're looking at a team that can bring Rui Hachimura off the bench, we still got a chance, guys. That's what I keep saying to the boys. When you got Luka Doncic, you're a chance to win every single game. And I just got to, we've got to keep that mindset going, man. There's no reason we can't win a chip. There's just not. It's not ideal. The team's not ideal, and we'll have tough matchups. But when you got a guy called Luka Doncic, you're always in the game, man. And, yeah, we proved it tonight, man. We proved it against the very, very best tonight. So I'm super happy, and, it's obviously flowing on. What Joe said there, Joe, that was classic. How you already had a conversation about your with your wife about a no GoFundMe. That's I just love that, man. But yeah, let's bring it back to the Lakers. Super happy and just keep going. Now, Gerald, I told you 12-5. I wanted out of this sort of 17-game homestand. However, it chops and we can still do it. So, man, we've got to be aiming for 52, 53 wins, third spot, and then the world's our oyster, man. Don't tell me Spurs are untouchable. Forget that. They're touchable. They're playing well, but they're touchable, and so are OKC, man. So let's keep going. And if LeBron James can, find that sweet spot in the team like he has the last few games, man, we're going to be so good.
All good, Isaac. All good, Isaac. You're good at my friend. We just appreciate all the support that you give us. Yeah, Joe's cool on that. It's just the fact that he was having somebody mentions that or whatnot. It's nothing that you did wrong, Isaac, at all. Legend, I'm going to bring it back to you. By the way,
Isaac, that wasn't for you, bud. That was not you.
Yeah,
this is a long-standing issue that we've talked a lot about on the show, and I think the temperature is a little bit higher today because of the accumulation of the discussion, on top of the fact that you want me to play with a discussion after a win like this, after a homestand away. They've won 7 in a row, haven't they?
No, 5. I'm looking up right now.
Sorry, 5 in a row. They've won. Yeah. They've won 8 of 9 games. They've won 8 of 9 games in the last 3 weeks. You do not put that. You don't put that kind of momentum in your pocket and say, "Oh yeah, well, let's rest." At this point, there is no rest. You've rested all year. It's time. It's time to. If we don't want to go a lot on this, because we're talking about LeBron and what's going to happen there, you want to go out. You want to go out a champ. I don't think he'd retire if they won. I think he'd go after one more, which would be fine by me, if you would. But man, wouldn't it be kind of nuts if the Lakers did win it and he retired afterwards? I think that would be a capper on probably the greatest NBA career of all time. I'm just saying. I don't want that to be broken. I don't want it. If you can't play another 12 games, 14 games, making $50 million a year, $70 million a year, $6 million a year, I can't do it. I can't. Mike Singletary time. I can't. Won't do it.
So Legend, remember we can't run a GoFundMe to put Joe's head in cryostasis. Got to remember.
No GoFundMe,
yes.
Please.
You can't do that either, Legend.
Donate the money to St. Jude or anything that helps kids. And make sure that charity, I said St. Jude because that's the only charity that I really, really know well who haven't people out of their money. Be careful. Charities are dangerous. Very dangerous. Make sure you do your research.
Mark, just to give you a heads up, I'm muting you sometimes.
I would forgive someone slapping me in the face.
Sometimes.
Thanks.
For no reason.
That's funny, Joe.
I would forgive you for slapping me in the face for no reason than I would if you stole 10 cents from me from a charity. Imagine that.
Legend, let me get it to you,
I love it, Joe.
We've talked all year about the Lakers defense, which has been an up and down roller coaster ride to say the least. But when it came down to it today, we saw 2 great performances.
El Rosto, see, this is what I'm talking about. Sorry, This is why. Here, why are you so hard on El Rosto? Okay. Have I said anything until I said something at the beginning, which is, for shits and giggles. Then I stopped. And look what he does. You know where you learned this from? You learned this from Vari. Fucking Vari did all. This is Vari's. This is Vari's doing. The only thing is Vari comes in with 2 minutes left in the show and he says something weird and he leaves.
So, Legend, let me get it back to you, my friend. Again,
Vari's got to go. Well said, Joe. Why is Vari a mod? Let's have that debate. Anyway, we're happy today. Sorry, Legend.
Sports. I keep forgetting to say Sports Baby for the crowd because not everybody knows his name is Vari. Sports Baby. This is Sports Baby that I'm talking about when I say Vari.
And somewhere at his job in Australia, he's getting smacked upside the head and he doesn't even know it. Intel Wild says, how about the smart steal on Gordon and the big layup? Truly appreciate the super chat. Legend, the defense, again, has been an up and down thrill ride the entire season, but with Smart coming up big today and on the offensive end with 21 points, 5 steals, and 5 threes. And DeAndre Ayton, who had been not exactly the model of great play throughout the 4 quarters, stepped it up big. Held Jokic to just that one basket, 2 points. That one basket that he made, 2 points. He was 1 of 4, and a lot of credit for all the stuff that we give the DeAndre Ayton experience. You can see why that people still are enamored with him. You can see why GMs are still trying to see if they can polish that diamond in the rough with him as a number 1 overall draft pick. They're trying to still find ways to see what he can do because he does this. He teases you with this, Legend, like we saw today in that overtime against Nikola Jokic, Legend.
He showed that there is still some good talent there. And he's been much better. And shout out to him. He played some darn good defense today. He played excellent defense. I give him credit for that. This is the DeAndre Ayton that you should see more often. Not the one that I've seen in Phoenix, not the one I've seen in Portland, and not the one I've seen most of the Lakers season this year. This is the one you want to see. If you get this type of production going into the playoff, hey, the sky's the limit. Whatever can happen, happen. You know, this is what you want to see more often. This is what we need to see more often. But I give Aiden his props. I might be one of the few people who really crapped on Aiden. I'm going to still crap on his ass all day.
No, you're not. Trust me. You are not. That is a long list that is included each and every one of us here on this panel, my friend. You're not the only one.
But I give him credit. I can't
crap away, Legend.
I can't crap on him today. He showed up.
Nah, he has played well the last few games, Legend. Like, significant contributions. It's like, remember he went during All-Star break, he went to the Bahamas and he got caught with the old wacky tobacco. Ever since that's happened, he has been a lot more engaged. So I was sort of joking whether or not he's on a bit of a hiatus from the green stuff for a while. But yeah, you got to give him his dues, man, because even in that 4th quarter, man, he was on the bench for a big part of that 4th quarter, Gerald. Hayes was in there for some really important minutes. Hayes, to his credit, missed 1 free throw, but he got 3 out of 4 in total. Critical free throws. LeBron missed his, of course. Luka, I think, might have missed as well. That's sort of a given in crunch time for those guys. But there was a moment, and I don't know exactly the minute, but we were struggling to score. LeBron was getting the ball. It was with 2 minutes 30 to go. LeBron had touched it 3 times in a row from about the 5-minute mark. We had not scored. And LeBron was out of ideas, man, and he chucked it to DA, and then DA sort of got around Joker and he hooked it in. So, full credit to DA when he was called upon tonight, he was there. So that's all you can ask from him. He's got to be more consistent, though, man. He's a big part of the team. If DA's on fire, man, like we're right in the mix, man. If DA can play like he did for the Suns when they made it to the Western Conference Final or to the NBA Finals. Man, Luka's better than Devin Booker. I'll give it. That's a given for me. So we got other better players too, like AR, and so man, yeah. Shout out to DA. Full credit to him for keeping his head in the game, and Hayes. Yeah, I mean it's a great. It's a good team performance tonight. From a winning position to a losing position to win again. I hope they take a lot of heart out of this, but it all comes down to the next game now and winning the next game and keeping the momentum going. And what Joe says is so true, man. Honestly, man, if anyone sits in this period and if it's LeBron that sits,
Mate, don't be around me at the time because I will lose my shit. We've got to be all in right now. And LeBron could be looking at the last 16, 20, 25 games of his career. Realistically, he could in a winning situation anyway, somewhere where, unless he gets traded favorably to a team like the Cavs or something like that, man. But that could all change if we win. Hey, we're all probably going to want LeBron back, aren't we? So let's see what happens, man. But this is all winning time right now, man. So I'm locked in big time.
Again, there's in Miami that South Beach flu. I'll just say keep you guys on the warrant on that one. So because it comes on the back to back with Houston on Wednesday, and then the next day, Thursday, they go to Miami. So we'll see if they spend a late night at South Beach or not. We'll see who shows up on the court. But
shout out to Tough too, Gerald.
Yeah,
Tough was with us the whole game.
Yeah,
and he couldn't leave until they finished the game.
Yeah,
he made his
wife.
His wife had to wait that whole time.
Yeah, waiting that whole time. Right there, you knew they wanted to go somewhere. Again, wives.
That was the best. And Gerald, he was like, "Yeah, it's 5 minutes of overtime," and we're like, secretly, it's like actually going to be like 25 minutes.
Yeah, she's so patient.
Mad love to talk.
Absolutely.
Sound like me, man. I'm trying to watch the game and drive at the same time.
Exactly. I did want to mention before we go, because I'm going to go ahead and have Legend and Joe close out the show, and then also Mark give some thoughts as well before we head on out. But I did want to mention that for March Madness, I have put the link in the description, and it's also in the notes. We are back with the ESPN group as far as for March Madness tournament challenge. So if you want to join us for free, you can, and we'll have the bracket challenge right there. It's always a fun time, and I do give the reports and updates right here on the show. Legend, what you got cooking up at I Got Next Sports Media, my friend?
I'm definitely going to get ready to talk about this NCAA tournament that's coming up. I'm going to get ready to get into the best part of basketball season to me, the March Madness tournament. Get ready to see the next future stars that will probably be getting ready to enter the NBA draft. And get to watch some good basketball, watch some upsets, watch some Cinderella stories, and get ready to enjoy some good basketball. It's going to be the fun part of the year. This is when you see a lot of people betting money, losing money, everything in the book. Even though somebody who bet in their car in this tournament. So.
Oh, yes. The sports books in Vegas will gladly take your donations if you're not going to give it to Joe's GoFundMe instead. Joe, I wanted to go ahead and hear your thoughts. If you got an experiment, because I know you got to head on out. And then, Mark, I'm going to give you some LeBron's thoughts before we head on out. So stay with us right there from Surfer's Paradise. So, Joe, have you got an experiment coming out?
Yes, I'll have an experiment coming this week. Likely, probably maybe before or right after the World Baseball Classic situation. Things got interesting tonight. Japan, Ohtani got the last out in a loss to Venezuela. Venezuela acted like a bunch of jackals, like they are. I wish Miggy had somebody pay for his insurance and was in the dugout. I doubt that slap nut Acuna Jr. would have acted the way he did. Miguel Cabrera, being a manager there, I thought par for the course. But it's going to be an interesting Final Four here. And we'll talk about it. And then we'll talk some Laker ball. We'll talk some Dodger baseball as well. Tonight, got to jet out early a little bit right now. And if you guys want to contact me at any time and shoot the, you know what, you guys know where I'm at on social media. Hit me up anytime. But tonight was a great win. Hilarious plus minus stat for the night. Luka was -4.
Again, that's why you can't take it always with 100%.
Luka was -4. If you took Luka out of this game would have been a blowout. How the hell did he get a -4? So
triple double is a -4 apparently.
That's the most hilarious stat of the night. But great game, great NBA product tonight. Great opponents. Keep it going. Don't mess it up, folks. And have a great Saturday night. I'll see you guys tomorrow or Monday.
There you go. It is the Joe Soro Experiment. Legend with I Got Next Sports Media. Again, tournament challenge for us on ESPN. Go ahead and sign up today. Also, as well, I've got a Lakers latest from the Fan Arc Network coming up for you guys tomorrow morning. Don't forget the Blake Pollock show we already recorded earlier today. There is a great hour of conversation there. But Mark, I want to leave the last words to you because it was mentioned again in the chat. Was LeBron's dive, seeing him at 41 years of age dive a quarter way across the floor for a loose ball that could have easily gotten in the hands of Jamal Murray, just seeing that, even though the result was not what we wanted because the jump ball went to Denver, back to Denver, but just seeing that kind of effort from a 41-year-old, what does that do for the team before we head on out?
Man, and we'll get Legend in here too for the last word, but it does everything for the team, man. And I keep saying this, the team is going to go as far as LeBron sort of allows them to go in terms of how he galvanizes the team. I keep saying it, man. They're not really looking for LeBron for winning plays anymore. They're looking more for like just the inner belief, man. You know, LeBron is the one that's won the chips here, guys. Like, these other guys haven't won 4 chips like he has. They don't have 23 years of experience. And there was times throughout earlier in the season where it just wasn't gelling, man. It just, something didn't seem right to me. His head didn't seem right. Plays like he did tonight, he was not making. And when you're looking to win, man, it's all about going that one way. And LeBron's got to understand, if he doesn't score 10 points in a game and we win, that's fine. You know, no one's sort of like expecting him to score 30 points anymore. And to his credit, man, I mean, he went 4 for 5 in the first quarter. It looked like he was on fire. And then he really slowed down. He played the perfect game tonight, man. LeBron has just got to pick his moments, man. This is how he can, for all the LeBron fans out there, this is how LeBron can prolong his career 2 or 3 more years. By picking your moments, by being the man when you're called upon, but not thinking, like we spoke about the other day, Legend, and we're texting, you're not 27, man. You're not 25 anymore. There's no way you can control the game like you did. Even when you came to the Lakers in 2019, 2020, you're just not the same player anymore. So, like, I hope, man, I honestly feel like him watching those couple of games where we beat better teams, where we beat Minnesota, he's seen something. Oh, sorry, he might have played that game, but he's seen something in those games that he was off, Gerald, that he needs to default a little bit more to them. I got a bit worried because in the fourth quarter, we went back to him from the 5th to the 2nd minute. For some reason, he was taking the ball up, but he was then passing it on. So for me, it's all about LeBron playing smart, man. And, you know, I've come on here and absolutely hammered LeBron, Joe. But I'll be the first person to thank him, man, if we can win a chip and he takes a back seat. But it's pretty obvious to me, and those that sort of like, you know, I'm not a stats man, Gerald. I'm someone that watches the game. When he's less involved from a point of view of bringing the ball up the court, less playmaking, we're a better team. Like, I'm sorry, LeBron. It is what it is. And then you can impact. You can get the ball with 10 seconds to go when, you know, the play doesn't go right and you're the odd man out, and you can go and take someone on, or you can, man, honestly, the one thing I've noticed, he's not jacking up in the last few games ill-advised threes. That is a big change for LeBron, man. He's just got to play smart. This is one of the best players of all time, and we've got to try to use him right. Feel like a conversation's been had between him and JJ. Tonight was critical, man. That last play for Luka to get the last shot, almost a changing of the guard for me. Almost. It's got to happen every single game, but a little bit of, hey, Luka, this is now your team, where LeBron has been a little bit hesitant to hand over the baton like that. Tonight, he went inbound, man, and he had no interest in getting the ball back. So, you know, man, I'll be the first to shout out LeBron if he does the right thing by the Lakers, man. Something that he hasn't done throughout his career for the LA Lakers for me at times. You know, and if we win, Gerald, man, we're all on cloud nine. So, you know, great win. You know, looking at potentially being a very unhappy Sunday afternoon for me, turning into an absolutely ecstatic one. And now looking forward to a really good week where we can keep rolling, man. This is where you want momentum, Gerald. This Gerald legend, this time of year is where you want momentum, and we've got a bit right now. So if we can keep it going, you know, man, Rui Hachimura off the bench, Marcus Smart off the bench, man. Wow, that's not a bad team when you're starting to look at, you know, those players coming off the bench and Hayes, etc. You know, that sort of 8, 9, 10 man squad rotation is not that bad with the Lakers. You know, Kennard, Ravioli's in there. You know, like it's okay. We can't go much further than that. It drops off really quickly. But man, I've said this and I'll say it until the day I die. When you've got Luka, you've got a chance, man. Every single game, when you've got Luka, you've got a really big chance. And he's proven that with his country. He's proven that with Dallas. He proved it to an extent last year when we got a 50. And, you know, we were the 3rd seed in the NBA in the Western Conference last year. And we're looking like we can back that up. So I just believe you've got to give Luka all the chances to win, and that includes LeBron playing a lot smarter like he has the last few games. And yeah, man, winning plays by LeBron, Smart, Ayton, Luka, AR. Look at it, man. It runs through the team. It galvanizes the team, Gerald. What LeBron did tonight, that dive, man, they won't forget that. So hopefully we can, you know, turn it into something special, man. I don't know where it can go, but I'm still very bullish on the team because of Luka and the boys.
We'll see how bullish we'll be after the 6-game road trip, and it starts with 2 games in Houston. We'll see. But once again, Mark, truly appreciate you covering everything on the chat. Xbox indeed. Legend, I got one last question for you. Today is Steph Curry's 38th birthday. If you were to give one wish for him, what would that be?
Get ring number 5 before LeBron, then we can shove it in his face.
I would have said knee replacement surgery.
Man.
Okay, there you go. Okay. All right. Fair enough indeed.
Okay, just hypothetically, if he does win, you know, he's not be a miracle, but say he did win 5 chips over LeBron's 4. I mean, what happens now? You know, how does LeBron say
whole lot different?
Yeah. It gets a whole lot different.
I took care. We ran your generation pretty much. We took over what you should have took over.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Absolutely, indeed. But once
great
again,
player, Steph Curry, man. Great player.
A great player indeed, but starting look at that age is starting to catch up. He's every bit of 38 right now.
It's creeping up with all of us, huh?
Yeah, it does. It does. But once again, well, he's got runner's knee, what they call the condition called runner's knee. Yeah, I wonder why running through all
runner's knee.
No, that's because he's have that issue. He's still out, and it's been something that's prolonged. Obviously, this is, as he said, I believe in an interview last week, that this is something new for him, and it's not
really
way. Yeah, so runners because of what he does, but where he goes, running through all those screens for all those years, doing the same thing over and over and over. I guess it was a condition they call runner's knee. It's got a medical terminology name to it, but they commonly refer to it as runner's knee.
You know what I think has affected him a little bit, and man, I could be like completely wrong, but that's sort of, you know how he's been trialing all these different shoes. I don't know if that can be good for you, man. Like I was keep thinking, like you sort of get used to the shoe that you're using. But he's been using Kobe's and Kyrie's, and you know he's sort of going through that period of trialing these shoes, and he's ultimately going to sign with someone because he left Under Armour. Look, you know, I'm not a doctor, and I'm sure Golden State have, you know, more smarter people than me in terms of medical staff, but that can't have been good for him. But man, he was still playing at a very high level, and hopefully he can come back next year without runner's knee. But yeah, in terms of a 3-point shooter, I mean, have you seen anyone better? It's just
Well,
absolutely insane what he could do.
tell
Insane.
my heart. Man, I be getting my money on Saturday. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Are you going Saturday? Is it Hawks and?
I might go. I'm still trying to determine it a little
Because
bit.
he's not going to play. He's most likely
Of
not.
course not. Yeah.
He's been pushed back 2 weeks, right? Right, Legend, if I'm not mistaken.
Another week or two.
Yeah, another week or two. So he'll probably not be there.
Oh, you can see Kuminga.
Yeah. First they cancel Magic City night, and now they cancel. You know,
Yeah,
now, now
That's uncalled for.
yeah,
I might go to my little sister-in-law birthday party and chill.
There you go.
Right.
Absolutely. Anthony D, I'm going to close out with your comment. If the Lakers keep winning against great teams before the playoffs, are they still 80-1 underdogs to make it to the finals and win it all? If Luka took Dallas to the finals in 2024, why not now? Anthony, again, great victory tonight, but let's have this conversation after 6 games, after the road trip against Indiana. Let's have this conversation then, because they've got 2 games in Houston, a back-to-back Wednesday, Houston, Miami. You've got Orlando, you've got Detroit. This is a crucial 6-game road trip. Let's see where they end up first, because again, this team has been all over the map, and you know this, Anthony, and you know this, guys out there. This team has been all over the map as far as what has gone on this season, back and forth, roller coaster style. The defense has been anywhere in about mid to the mid 20s as far as how bad this defense has been at times. So I can see why in Vegas and I can see why these DraftKings places like that, why they still have the Lakers as a long shot, because they don't think they'll put it together at the right time. They don't have the confidence in them that you guys certainly have. I want to see more personally, and I want to see what they go through with the 6-game road trip, and let's see how it looks like from there.
Yeah.
Before we really start to buy in, guys, this was a great victory. Let's not take anything away from it, but let's the thing with these great victories, we've said many times before in this show, let's see how you finish it up. If you go 1-5 on the road trip, this victory means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. You have to follow it up and play like a third team in the West going forward to finish off this season. And if they do that, then those odds definitely come down, my friend. Although if you want, bet it now. Bet it now, Anthony. 8-1 odds. Bet it now. If you believe in them, bet it now. So again, that's up to you. Bet responsibly, not for entertainment purposes that we never go ahead and
put your whole paycheck on it.
Yeah, entertainment purposes. That's up to you if you make that decision. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. There you go, indeed. There's my public service announcement. But again, we will see what happens on this road trip. This is a crucial road trip for the Lakers. And
it is.
You guys out there that are big supporters of this team that think that the Lakers can go far, this is when you guys get to see exactly if your words will start to look really true to form indeed. But the Lakers do win 127-125. Oh, you bet them at 100? He bet them at 100-1 last week.
Oh, what?
100-1. Yeah.
That I don't think there are ever 100-1. Like ever.
When they were in 6th place in the Western Conference,
100-1.
Yeah,
that's like even when you're 6th place, man, you might get like 38-1 or something.
Oh well, they were
100-1, Gerald.
They were
6th place.
2 weeks ago, they were looking pretty bad. You know that they were looking.
Nah, Anthony, don't believe it. I need proof. I'm sorry.
Well, you can send that. You can send that proof, Anthony D. You want to take a screenshot to LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. I will forward it over to Mark. I'll put
and of course send your bank details through.
No, that's and then when you win, you can put it to Joe Soros GoFundMe that he doesn't want a GoFundMe there, indeed. But it is of course the Lakers Fast Break. Yes. I'm telling you, we should do that GoFundMe to put Joe's head in cryo. Yes, in full rage mode. Or when you told him about Nerlens Noel possibly coming to the Lakers and that logo sign that's right there at the bottom of the screen with the bug eyes. That's the best look right there. Put him with the bug eyes like that when you told him that Nerlens Noel might be coming to the Lakers. And yes, that you freeze that for all of eternity. So maybe he'll come back like they do, like Walter Goggins' character in Fallout. So there you go. There you go, indeed. But again, it is, of course, Legend from I Got Next Sports Media. It is LeBron's bestie, Mark, aka Xbox. Today, he's LeBron's bestie right there for you.
Oh,
But
wow.
again,
Always.
a FanDuel.
I'm loyal.
FanDuel
Yeah, I'm
was
looking at
100
FanDuel right now.
FanDuel
Yeah.
101 was 100.
Hey,
FanDuel.
can someone tell me how Sacramento Kings beat the Clippers? What's going on there?
I'm going to tell you right there, Mark. Maxime Renaud, 23 points. He was drafted after Duthiero. I'll just leave it at that.
Ah,
8,000 plus right now.
11 out of
come
12.
on, end on the positive.
Wow, Legend, really? Those are odds still for
Yeah,
Lakers?
the
Okay,
other current odds right now, 8,000 plus for the Lakers right now.
8,000 plus. Okay, plus 8,000. Again, bet responsibly. If you guys do it, you're on your own. It is, of course, the Lakers fast break. Lakers do win 127-125. Yeah. Mark might be betting on it here after we go off the air. He will be.
Gamble responsibly.
Yes, and make sure if your winnings go to Joe's GoFundMe for his cryo. But Legend from I Got Next Sports Media, go ahead, like and subscribe, and make sure you check out what I'm doing on Lakers Latest for the Fan Art Network. And each and every time we're bringing content to you, as always, as part of a great Lakers weekend right here at the Lakers Fast Break Podcast.
Xbox Game Pass.
Now it's all about Project Helix. Project Helix.
PC on console.
There you go. We'll see how much it costs.